Good morning, everyone. We are going to discuss Chapter 1 Crop Production and Management of Class 8 Subject Science. This is your Lecture 1. As the name symbolized, crop production and management. So we will start with the definition of crop, or you can say what is crop. Crop when plants of same kind are grown and cultivated at one place on a large scale. Okay, so the plants of same kind are grown and cultivated, means same kind plants, and they are grown and cultivated at one place, on a same place, but on a large scale, is called a crop. So you can take example of any crop. If you have ever visited to any of the farms nearby or to the places where the cultivation is going, if you have seen any kind of field nearby your house, or when you are going to from the trains or from the buses, so those crop which is having the same kind of grown and the same kind of cultivation on a large scale is known as crop. For example, crop of wheat. So wheat crop means that all the plants grown in that field will be particularly of wheat only. Okay, there will be no kind of mixture that other crops are also going with them, but they will be only about wheat. So when we talk about wheat, that is the crop of particularly of wheat. Now, after understanding the definition of crop, we should also note that what are the type of crops we have in India. So the type of crops we have are Kharif crops and Rabi crops. So we will study about Kharif crops right now. The crops which are sown in the rainy season. Rainy season means monsoon season. So the crops which are sown in rainy season are called Kharif crops. Okay, an example of those are paddy, maize, soya bean, cotton, etc. So the crops which are sown in the rainy season are called Kharif crops. Kharif crops are the rainy season crops. Now the second is the crops grown in the winter season. The crops which grown in the winter seasons are Rabi crops, and the example are wheat, gram, pea, mustard, linseed. Okay. So here in the short form I have written that the rainy season in India is from June to September, and you can underline it and write Kharif crops. And winter season in India is from October to March. These are Rabi crops. So these are Kharif crops, these are Rabi crops. Okay, easy to learn. Basic practices of crop production. Preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protection from weeds. These are 5 steps. There is 2 more steps. Okay, the other steps are harvesting and storage. As you can see, the harvesting and storage. Okay, so we are going to discuss about all these things in detail. The preparation of soil is the first point which we are going to discuss. See, the first step of growing a crop is preparation of soil. If the soil is not prepared properly, or the soil is not maintained properly, then the crop will never grow properly. So we will start with one of the most important tasks in agriculture is to turn the soil and loosen it. We need to turn the soil and we need to loose the soil. So turning and loosening the soil is the most important task in agriculture. The loose soil allows the roots to breathe easily even when go deep into the soil. Okay, you can compare yourself with the soil right now. For example, if you have a very tight fitted clothes, okay, in those clothes you are not able to breathe properly, and or you can say you are not comfortable. Uncomfortableness will be there if you are having the tight fitted clothes. But when you wear loose fitted clothes, okay, when the clothes are little bit loose to you, at that time it is very comfortable also, and you are able to breathe also properly. You are feeling okay with that. So similarly with the soil, if the soil is loose, the roots will breathe properly. Okay, and they, even if they are going deep into the soil, then also they will breathe properly and they will be comfortable. Okay, the loosened soil help in the growth of earthworm and microbes. So here when they are comfortable, they have earthworms also, they have microbes also. Earthworms, you know, they help in vermicomposting, and microbes also have significant role for for preparing the soil properly. Like bacteria, I will give you example. Rhizobium, okay, it is there for nitrogen fixation also. It helps in the fertility of the soil also. These organisms are friends of the farmer. So these organisms are basically what? They are friends of the farmer and they help the farmer for the growth. Now next is tilling. The process of loosening and turning the soil is called tilling or plowing. Okay, so as I told you that preparation of soil is the most important step. So now how we are going to prepare the soil? We are going to prepare the soil by tilling. Okay, tilling is just turning the soil, loosening the soil. This is done by using a plow. Okay, this you must have observed if you have seen any part of, if you have a garden at your place, or if you have small earthen pots also. Okay, in those also, for the primary, for the putting the crop or putting the flower or anything, we need to loosen and turn the soil. You must have observed, your gardener must be doing it, or someone in your family is doing these process. If you are like planting trees or planting plants, that time. Now what is plow? Old days people used wooden plow. There was a wooden plow for turning and tilling the soil, but nowadays people are using iron plow. And there is also an instrument known as hoe. Okay, this is a simple tool for removing weeds and for loosening the soil. These plow, hoe, cultivator, all these things are given in your NCERT also, and you can go through the diagrams given in your NCERT, and that will be more efficient for you if you go through the NCERTs also. Now second is sowing. Sowing is the most important part of crop production. Okay, before sowing, seeds are selected. We need to select the seeds properly, because if the seeds are good, then only the production will be good. These are clean and healthy seeds of a good variety. So these seeds are clean and healthy, and they are of good variety. Okay, so the farmers need to sure this, that the seeds are clean, they are healthy, and they are of good variety. Farmer need to think about all these things, then only you can have those seeds sown in your at your field for the production of crop. Farmer prefer to use seeds which give a high yield. Okay, they always prefer those seeds which will give a good yield, because why the farmers are having crops? For economical growth also, for agriculture growth also, and all of the economy and agriculture, everything is depending on that. So if the yield is proper, then only there is a use of putting those seeds in the field. Before sowing, one of most important is to know about the tools used for sowing seeds. Okay, if you are going to start with sowing, you should know what are the tools which are important for sowing. So we will start off the type of the tools. Okay, before, what happened, when in the old method, they were traditional tools. Okay, now what are traditional tools which is used in older times, or that is used in old methods? It is a tool shaped like funnel. So it is like a funnel used traditionally for sowing seeds. Traditionally it was used for sowing seeds. The seeds are filled into the funnel. Okay, these seeds are filled into the funnel because this is look like a funnel, and passed down through 2 or 3 pipes having sharp end. So there is a sharp end, and there those seeds are getting passed. These ends pierce. Okay, pierce means there is a hole into the soil and place seeds there. So they do the pierce into the soil, and those seeds are placed there into the soil. Second is seed drill. We use seed drill nowadays. You must have observed also if you have ever visited to a farm or to agricultural land. Okay, seed drill, nowadays seed drill is used for sowing with the help of tractors. With the help of tractors, seed drills are used, and seeds are sown uniformly at proper distance and depths. So these seed drills are used uniformly, okay, at proper distances and depth, and there is a uniformly they are putting it the distance, and there are proper depths also. So that for that seed drills have been used. It ensures that seed gets covered. Okay, seed drill has a very good application because it ensures that seeds are getting covered by the soil after sowing, and prevents damage caused by birds. See, birds are basically eating the seeds whenever the seeds are being put. But what is happening? These seed drills are covering by the soil. Okay, they are covering the seeds by the soil. And what will happen if the soil is covered above the seeds? The birds are properly covered. Then the birds can never eat it. So it saves the time, and it saves the labor also. Adding manure and fertilizers. The substances which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients. okay, for the healthy growth of plants are called manure and fertilizers. So these are the substances. We all need nutrients. We all are living organisms. Like you need food, and you should and like most of the time people say you to eat nutritional food, okay, like have fruits, have good green leafy vegetables, and there should be vitamins, there should be nutrients inside it. So it's not only about you, it's about plants also, because they are also living beings, though they are autotrophic, they are not heterotrophic. I hope you know the difference between autotrophic and heterotrophic. Autotrophic are those which prepare their own food in the presence of sunlight and green pigment chlorophyll. So that are plants. And heterotrophic are us. We are depending on the other things for the food. Like for example, we are dependent on the plants. We are dependent on the animal sources for our food. So we all are heterotrophic. So for these nutrition, if the plants also need nutrition, though the soil is providing the nutrition or nutrients to them, but that is not that is very less in comparison. So we also provide manure and fertilizers to them for providing more nutrients to the soil. Okay, now we will know about the difference between the manure and fertilizers. See, what are manure? Manure are organic substances. Okay, natural substances means organic substances. No chemicals are, we are not putting any chemicals from outside. So that is natural substances obtained by decomposition of cattle dung and plant residues. Okay, so man-made in like this is about manure. So when we talk about fertilizers are man-made inorganic salt. Okay. And when we come to manure can be prepared in fields. Manure can be prepared in fields, and fertilizers cannot be prepared in manure can be prepared in fields, and fertilizers can be prepared in factories. Okay, manure provide lot of humus to the soil. Okay, fertilizers does not provide humus to the soil. And then manure are less rich in plant nutrients. Fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. So we are basically providing chemicals. Those are inorganic substances. So the nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium level is more. But when we compare it to manure, they are less. But when we compare about the humus, okay, that humus is more in manure and it is very less in fertilizers. Okay, so I hope you are clear with the differences between manure and fertilizers. After this, we will move to the advantages of manure. What are the advantages of manure? Organic manure is considered better than fertilizers. We consider organic manure better than fertilizer. It enhances the water holding capacity of the soil. It also enhances the water holding capacity of the soil. See, water holding capacity is very important. Okay, because if the water holding capacity is less, then the soil is not good, because when we put water, you know that for photosynthesis plants need water also, sunlight also, green pigment chlorophyll also. Okay, so if the water holding capacity of the soil is less, then it will be very difficult for the plant to grow properly, because the water which is going to the soil is not getting holded by the soil properly. So the water holding capacity should be more. Then coming to, it makes the soil porous. Porous means permeable. There are pores, there are holes in the soil, and if the soil is porous, then it will have good exchange of gases, and it will be helpful in the water also. Water going inside and penetrating inside, that also will be good. So it makes the soil porous due to exchange of gases become easy. Okay, it increases the number of friendly microbes. See, microbes are necessary for soil. Okay, but which microbes are necessary? Friendly microbes, which is good for soil. Okay, it improves the texture of the soil. It also improves the texture of the soil. Okay, till here only we will continue. Now I will tell you what will be your homework for doing. Okay, so you will do exercise question 1, 2, 3 in book, and you will do question number 4 and 5 in your notebook. Okay, and if you have any problem, you can ask me. And for tomorrow we will start with irrigation, and I will discuss about what type of irrigation you have. Okay, traditional method and modern methods. Thank you.